Hello and welcome to this week's LOLC Securities Weekly Market Roundup. I am Megara Vijayamana.
And I am Thandu Amarasekara. This is the sound of profitability.
Sri Lanka's Prime Minister Hela Apparel has discussed Cuban investment in the production of pharmaceuticals in Sri Lanka with the socialist country's ambassador. The Cuban ambassador to Sri Lanka, Mr. Andres Marcelo Gonzalez Garrido, said that the Cuban government focuses on paying attention to the production of pharmaceuticals in Sri Lanka. Among the areas discussed were resuming the mosquito control projects implemented under Cuban aid, providing scholarships in medical and sports education for training institutes and universities in Sri Lanka. Prime Minister Dr. Hela Apparel expressed her gratitude for Cuba's continued support despite the economic challenges faced by Cuba in the past few years.
On Friday, the Colombo Stock Exchange ended a volatile week where it saw a mixed closure overall. The all-share price index was up a mere 0.2%, while the S&P 20 was down 0.5%. The overall turnover averaged around 1.75 billion.
Investors continued the positive sentiment on the selected plantation sector stocks. Price gains in counters such as CT Holdings, Central Finance Company and HNB were visible. High net worth investors and institutional investors' participation was noted in LV Finance, Dialog Axiata and Janashakti Insurance. Mixed interest was also visible in Digital Mobility Solutions Lanka, HNB and Chevron. Retail interest was noted in SMB Leasing, Browns Investments and Lankem Developments.
The Asian Development Bank has disbursed $358.3 million up to August 2024 to Sri Lanka. This was slightly ahead of the IMF, which gave $334 million to Sri Lanka in budget support loans. The ADB, World Bank, has given budget support loans linked to Sri Lanka's IMF program from last year. Budget support loans can be used to repay maturing debt and does not lead to imports and a current account deficit if all loans are repaid. Japan had also disbursed $20.1 million, whereas they halted disbursing loans after Sri Lanka's sovereign default. Furthermore, Japan also gave a $1.3 million grant to Sri Lanka.
And now it's time for the corporate highlights of the week.
Hela Apparel Holdings plc has confirmed its successful completion of its rights issue. The issue of shares raised around 1.6 billion rupees. This achievement reflects the strong support by the company shareholders and will further strengthen the company's balance sheet, reflecting future growth. The funds raised are intended to be used to settle a portion of the group's existing bank borrowings as disclosed to the CSE via a shareholder circular dated on the 8th of August 2024. The rights issue offered a total of 319,365,227 ordinary voting shares to existing shareholders on a proportional basis. As a result of the subscriptions received from shareholders, including from the company's top 3 shareholders, and applications for additional shares, the issue was successfully oversubscribed on the closing date.
John Keells Group officially launched Cinnamon Life at City of Dreams Sri Lanka along with a $1.2 billion project which is billed as the largest private sector investment in the country. This project is set to reshape the tourism landscape of Sri Lanka forever.
Cinnamon Life at City of Dreams Sri Lanka will encompass 687 luxurious rooms and offer multiple entertainment venues. This makes Cinnamon Life at City of Dreams Sri Lanka the largest event venue in Colombo. The gaming facility and the 113 key ultra-luxury Nua Hotel are scheduled to open in mid-2025.
Sampath Bank plc announced its significant contribution in a financial milestone. that is contributing to the $750 million senior unsecured syndicated term loan facility to the State Bank of India. This collaboration highlights Sampath Bank's commitment to supporting strategic international financing initiatives. The facility, which was initially launched at $350 million in May 2024, attracted strong global interest, leading to its upsizing to $750 million. These funds will support the general corporate needs of SBI, the nation's largest financial institution, bolstering its capacity to drive economic growth and stability.
Morocco, buoyed by the foreign recognition of its rule over Western Sahara, aims to double the green electricity production in the disputed area by 2030, where it becomes a co-host for the FIFA World Cup.
The government has set a 2027 deadline to build 1.4 gigawatts of new wind and solar capacity in the region. The projects are likely to cost about 21 billion dirhams or $2.1 billion. It will be led by local and foreign private investors. Current green power capacity in Western Sahara is about 1.3 gigawatts or about a quarter of the nation's total renewables capacity. A project to develop a 3 gigawatt cable linking renewable plants in the territory to central Morocco has attracted interest from private investors as well.
Here is the international highlight of the week.
A mere 36 hours after the demise of the business legend Ratan Tata, his half-brother Noel Tata has cruised to the top job as the trustees of the powerful Tata Trust unanimously voted for him to be the successor. Now his next challenge will be steering this $165 billion empire.
The trusts wield massive sway over the Tata Group through their 66% stake in Tata Sons Private. Ratan had informally indicated his preference for Noel in the months preceding his death. Noel headed the Tata retailer Trent. In the year ending March 31st, Trent saw a 50% jump in revenue and more than a 200% surge in profits.
And that's it for this week's LOLC Securities Weekly Market Roundup. No matter what investment decision you make it with the right intent. We will see you in a brand new week.